I don't know. I was kind of thinking. Um, I was thinking about a lot of things. One of the things I'll actually write this shit down because otherwise I'll probably forget. Right. Um, see the sudden light on my face because I moved the white window on this side. And the more I enlarge in it, like the more light we get. So I was thinking about a bunch of things, mostly to do with looks. Oh yeah. The update was I went to the birthday party. It was nice. And yeah, I was fine. I think the fact that I was so chill and relaxed, it kind of helped. What I mean by that is usually like when I go into like group settings like this, I'm like trying too hard. But today I was like just chill. And because I allowed myself to just relax, I was able to, you know, perform better. Even though it's not like I was like super chatty or anything, but I was like confident when I said things, right? And I was able to like say things in such a relaxed manner, like even in like I wouldn't say large group, but a medium-sized group, I was able to like say things and make people laugh, right? Which is never the goal. The goal is never to perform, right? Because if you get stuck in that mindset, it hurts. But it's a nice rubric to kind of tell you that hey, maybe you're moving in the right direction as long as the process is also good. So if you're making people laugh but you're feeling miserable inside, that's bad. But you feel good inside, and then you also make people laugh and you're able to talk to them well, then that's a good sign of just you know that you're improving. So and then there were pictures, and then you know I realized a bunch of things. I'm actually going to write them down in my Notion because, I mean, yeah, this is like a sharp turn from what I had been doing, what I had been doing in front of a stream. Um, uh, I'll just write some things down so that I don't forget them. Um, then there's one more thing. Yeah. Mm, there's just so many things going around in my mind right now. But I'll start with what I was talking about, which is yeah, relaxedness. Oh yeah, and then I moved over to looks, right? So some then I got some photos from the party, the birthday thing I was at, right? And what I realized was like my face looks good, right? Like I have improved, like I've gotten my acne fixed. I've like kind of fixed on a hairstyle that kind of suits me. So in general, I think this is kind of done, right? Like I can't keep improving how my face looks, like my skin and hair specifically, and grooming and all that. Right. But when I smile, I just, I mean, I think it's not a bad thing to have like a weird smile. Like when I smile, I don't feel myself to be that attractive, right? Um, even when I smile like hard, right? So I have a picture here where I'm like just not smiling that well. Like I'm just, which sucks, right? That's a bad thing. So this thing was one of the things which kind of, I would say, bothered me or something, right? Um, the other thing is body language. So there's another picture where, yeah, it's just so many things. I think it's just like a part of your personality. You just kind of don't realize it, right? So I was like with a jacket like on my lap, and it just looks kind of weird. Uh, and then yeah, it's just kind of closed off body language. Right? It's not like I'm like slouching my shoulders by a lot. It just kind of looks weird, you know. Right? And then there's this one pic where again, it's like a different pic. It's like oh fuck, I didn't even realize that. I'm so clueless when it comes to these things. Yeah, I think that's more of like a clothing thing, being very comfortable in not comfortable, but like buying better clothes. So yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, better clothes, I think. It's just a mixture of so many things. But then you also kind of realize like other people are also kind of aware of it. Like when I'm seeing somebody else and she kind of knows how to smile, and you can kind of tell that it's like a learned smile. It's not like a natural smile. Or maybe it is. Maybe it looks weird. So yeah, I don't know. The problem is this freaking webcam is also like super low quality, right? So a lot of my smiles, I'm just trying to exaggerate here for effect, but a lot of my smiles, they turn out like a Bugs Bunny kind of thing. They look like this. They don't actually look like this, but the effect is like that. So yeah, I don't like my smile. Yeah. Now this all might seem like nitpicking. The thing is like I don't care all that much. So if you think, oh, this guy is like so fucking obsessed with small things, I'm not. I know I'm like a good looking guy. I don't really care all that much, if I'm being super honest. Um, but yeah, the thing is, I really don't feel like I need to optimize for looks anymore. At least not in this area, right? Like, of course, like I want to maintain it. I don't want to be like, yeah, fuck my hairstyle. Like, of course, the knowledge that I've gained over time, and on how to best take care of my hair and skin. That should go a long way. But what I really need to optimize more on now is like definitely fashion is one, and the other is like body language. And I don't know about smile. Like, do I really want to fake a smile? I don't know. One thing I can do is like ask ChatGPT, ChatGPT, like what it thinks I can look smiles on. I know all of this seems super unhealthy. It's just a disclaimer. I'm just doing it for fun. Oh fuck. Did I? Fuck, I fucking closed it. But it's fine. This is not even a warning. Usually, when you close multiple tabs or even a single tab, entire window, it gives you a warning. I don't know. Maybe I disabled that. I don't know. I never disable it because I know it's annoying, but it's useful. Since the recent Chat GPT 5.4 update, and now that you have like the auto model, I just find it super annoying. Like I hate like they keep changing shit. Okay, let's give ChatGPT a taste of my. Wait, what? Oh no, I'm using Mac OS keys, which I shouldn't be. Okay. Thick hair with natural wave, good beard, density, clear skin. I mean, Chat GPT, bro, you're just glazing me. I mean, I agree with all of what you're saying. Clear skin, balanced facial proportions, looks maxing, refining grooming, hair shape, lashes, posture, service. Wide on the sides. It's not that wide. You're just saying whatever you want. Slightly heavier around the temple. It's fine. I want to see if you say something about. I don't care about my beard either. Like my beard isn't the thickest, but it's pretty good. What else? Glasses. Your current frames are functional, but slightly small relative to your face width. Are you kidding me? Nah, these are like the perfect frames. Like ChatGPT is like just saying whatever. Yeah, very bad at looks maxing advice. Maybe there's like a skill or like a GPT which knows about its shit. Eyebrows. It's just saying random shit. Like, I mean, sure, you can improve all. It's just saying whatever. Your skin already looks clear if you want incremental improvement. Gentle cleanser daily wash. Fuck you. Yeah. But now the thing is like because it bullshitted so much, now I'm like kind of skeptical. So now it came to posture and expression. But because it has bullshitted about everything else, I'm like, do I even believe the posture and expression thing? Because at this point I'll just be like, yeah, this isn't something that I want improvement on, so I'll just like believe whatever the fuck you're saying. In your forehead, your shoulders angle slightly forward and your chin is slightly tucked. It's just so wrong, even on the thing I want to improve on. I do agree with the shoulders thing, but then it's like chin is slightly tucked. It's not really. That's it's just kind of insane, like how bad it is. Like, should I? It's just saying random shit. Says nothing about the smile. I think I need. Well, let's just use like a stronger model. Let's just start a new chat. Okay. Oh no, no, it should already be in the clipboard. Sharper styling rather than changing anything major. Okay, I do think I don't have what they call a style. So the start is good for the ChatGPT 5.4 thinking model. Your hair has good volume, but is widening the sides a bit. I really don't agree. Like, yeah, sure, it's kind of. I mean, it's still messier here. Like in the picture, it's like better. It's really not bad, honestly. It's just same shit as before. A cup with slightly shorter sides and more shade. It's just random shit. It will look. Your beard will look more stronger with crisper edges, bruh. I mean, right now you can't see my beard because the shadow is kind of fucking it up. Maybe the side. Like, look at that shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Crisper edges. What? It's and like the photo is like even better than that. Like what you're seeing right now. Cleaning up the cheek lines, like no, that's like perfect. Trimming the mustache enough so that it does not soften the upper lip area. I mean, maybe I don't know. Like it's really not bad. Um, nah. All of this is so bad. And they don't talk about. Okay, let's try some other model. Should we try 5.2 thinking? It's just so bad. What the fuck? It's like all of them are starting with you already have a strong base. Like, bitch! Good hair density, blah blah blah. Hair is the. It's just insane how bad this advice is. Like, come on. Like, and literally the same. What's the for physique presentation? Even a small amount of upper body muscle makes it. What the fuck? No, bro. Like, my biceps are fucking popping out. Like, look at this shit. Like, I don't need more muscle. This is insane. And then like more muscle, like the chest, like when guys are like going to the gym and they wear slightly tighter clothes so that the muscle it looks so insecure. Like I'm not like the most muscly guy, but I do have like a naturally big frame, right? I'm not like it's not a euphemism for being fat. Like I literally have like a broad frame. Like I have like broad shoulders and everything. Like even though I have not been like bulking up a lot. Um it doesn't look good. Like you're like the gym, you want to show your biceps, so you buy t-shirts where like the sleeves are slightly tighter. It just looks so bad. I mean, it's like a guy thing, right? So I'm not like hating on the guys. It's like women doing makeup. So I get it. For me, like as an aesthetician, I'm not like an aesthetician, but I'm like into aesthetics. I just think that's so ugh. Not even for like getting the bitches. Like it's not even like that's that you do that because that's what girls say, but simply because um, yeah, this is just all of this advice is so bad. Yeah, I wanted advice on more on the body language and the smile. Okay, yeah, they kind of tell about body language that you shouldn't slouch over, but it's honestly not that bad. Yeah, I just can't put my finger on it. I think the finger is the smile. Yeah, yeah. I think my smile is the biggest thing here. And then in some of the other pictures, the biggest thing is the overall body language. Yeah. So it's like facial expression and body language. That's the main issue, in my opinion. Yeah, that's the biggest freaking issue. Yeah. Yeah. And then there's the clothes thing. The thing with clothes is like hmm. The thing with clothes is I also don't want to over-index on clothes because I already kind of look good. Uh, I want to still look like a straight guy, right? And I don't want to start looking like a gay guy. So so yeah. But yeah, I think the biggest improvements I need to do on our smile, strong, open, and then body language. Large, open, warm, open, right? So I think that's the big thing. And then, yeah. So I'm not sure if I shared some of this stuff before. I think I kind of did, but Oh, this guy. Remember him? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll do one more thing. I'll do ChatGPT 5.4 thinking, but this time will be extended thinking. This is just so much bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. Like ChatGPT sucks. Like I still don't like fully. How do I put it? Like it's bad. You know, bad, bad. Oh my god! Like this is like the fucking frontier model. And I'm not even saying I look good. Like, sure, there's parts of me that look good, but this is just so bad. Like, I was ready for like criticism that would make sense, right? You could fucking call me fat for all I care. I don't give a fuck. You call me short. You could call me fat. You could call me bald. I mean, you could just be as straight with me as possible. I wouldn't care. It's just bullshit. Like, this is supposed to be freaking AI. It's not AI. It's bullshit. Uh, yeah, and it sucks ass. Honestly, it doesn't know what it's talking. It's not intelligence at all. Ah, it's so bad, So bad. I need like a. Oh, I did have. I saw this one thing where this guy was like using a scale for. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I think I can be the best. I'm not the best judge of myself a lot of the times, but for me, looking at these, okay, so if I were to judge my own pictures, right, I would say one of the biggest annoyances was like when I was sitting, I was like kind of closed off, right? That's one big deal. I don't think there's any structurally like there's anything wrong with the hair. Like it looks poofy right now, but like it looks good like when I style it. Um, I didn't have any clothes today, so I had to wear this. I actually wore this, so that sucks. I agree. I need to change the jacket. That's a big one. So body language is one that I agree on. I need to have more open body language that's tightly tied to just feeling good and feeling confident. So I think that was one thing. Um, but honestly, yeah, there's not much to like look back, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, I honestly don't agree with much of it. Now coming to other things, right? So I think smile, if I can improve, that would be great. Body language would be great. And now when it comes to fat and that kind of stuff, I think I can definitely get better. When it comes to clothes, now when it comes to clothes, I'm not really. I know that's one thing that I need to improve on, but I definitely. Yeah, clothes is definitely one thing I need to work on. But yeah, for the time being, let's just stick to the other stuff. So, one thing I want to work on is body language. I mean, I don't really want to work on it either. So, from a me point of view, the best thing I feel I can work on is talking. That's what I actually want to work on as well. A confidence slash energy. I don't really know. Yeah. Sorry. Look where we've fallen. Like we were talking about work. We were talking about work, and now we are talking about social stuff, right? Okay, so I'll be honest, and I this is like a plan. I know nobody's watching, so this is like a platform for me to like kind of talk to myself into the void, and so whatever there is to do with body language, I think that can be solved by simply talking a lot. Now, hear me out. Like, of course, you might think like, oh, you can just slouch over and like still talk a lot. Your body language is still bad. And it's not just talking a lot. But I need to go to the washroom. I'll be back in a second. Sorry. If you guys could see what mess my house is, you'd like abandon me. All zero of you. Ugh. All right. Uh, freaking cold. Okay. So, what do I actually want, right? I've talked about this before, but if I truly kind of think about it, my main priority right now is to get a girlfriend. It's nothing else. Is to get a girlfriend. Right. Now, in the looks department, of course, like you can always keep improving, but I think I'm at the point where it's diminishing returns. So I've like almost maxed out my potential. I could definitely get better. I mean, maybe clothes are the hidden so the thing is, I don't really want to buy more clothes. Let's fuck clothes, right? The reason I don't have a girlfriend is not because I don't have better clothes, right? I think that's the rubric, right? So it's very hard to bullshit yourself if you just ask that. Um, is the reason you don't have a girlfriend because you don't have better clothes? No, right? So the answer's there. That's not a priority. Now, is the reason you don't have a girlfriend because you don't look good enough? Your hair doesn't look good enough. You're fat. Your skin doesn't look good. Like all of that, no, right? So in the looks department, like I could definitely improve. I can see myself improving. And I think on a day-to-day basis, like I could definitely get better. But I think like I said, like it's something that can happen like anyway, right? It's like when you get good at something, yeah, sure, like maybe you can get better at whatever exercises you're doing at the gym, but you're going to the gym, you're doing all these sets. Yeah, sure, like you could do a new exercise to, enhance this muscle. You could add it in your program, but is that the focus? Like when you're planning shit, is that on the top of your mind? No. So I think the biggest thing really is not to be better looking at this point. Maybe if you'd asked me a few years back, I would have agreed. But I've actually gotten complimented quite, no, I wouldn't say quite a lot, but even recently after I shifted to the UK, I got complimented by a guy who had like no business complimenting me. And what would really turn things around is definitely the social confidence, like the emotional aspect of it, for sure. The talking aspect of it, right? Uh, and the reason I said that talking would actually help in even stuff like body language and all that, the reason I said that is because when you're talking, you kind of look happy. So this is something that one of my friends told me back in school, and even at that point, I agreed, and I still agree. Like when you're just like at the dinner table, like well, I used to study in a boarding school, so there was this guy. He used to sit at a table kind of far away and in a different kind of house, right? It was like Harry Potter, basically. And so he basically made this observation, like when you're quiet and you're not talking, you just kind of look serious and sad and kind of closed off, right? But when you're in the mix, like when you're actually talking and engaging with people around you, you automatically look better. So it's like trying to fix body language by like literally moving your body consciously. I don't think that that's how it works. And so what I've gotten to realize, I've been also playing foosball recently, right? So foosball is like the table football game, and I've gotten better at it. And I've realized I haven't gotten better at it because I learned tips or tricks. It doesn't work that way. I tried to watch some YouTube videos initially. It doesn't really work well. The way you get better at foosball or anything, in my opinion, is you just have to do enough of it, right? Now, tips and tricks can help. And as I have been playing foosball, I've started like observing this is how other people play. So now I know my shit. Like, and now, I've built tips and tricks based on the field, on the actions I've taken in the real world. And so I think that's the way you do it. Like, no, I'm not saying like the monk mode thing doesn't work. Like, just go back, don't interact with anybody, and like get better, and then get back into the real world. I think that's also a viable strategy. But whatever it is, I think you need to really do the actual thing. Anyway, coming back to the talking thing, right? So if you're in a social situation and you're just thinking, hey, I should like not round my shoulders and like I should smile and like this is exactly how I should smile. None of that really matters, right? And what I've realized is human beings are so operate on such a high level of abstraction. You really don't notice these things. You notice how other people make you feel. And even when I look at other people, I don't think like, oh, this is how like of course you think how attractive they are. But sometimes what happens is like attractive people look weird AF, right? Not always. There's some people who are like kind of mid attractive, right? They're like a 7 or something, but they have like such an interesting way about like interacting. They become so freaking attractive. Now I'm not saying like physical attraction doesn't matter, but at that, as opposed to some girl who's like maybe a 9, or like conventionally she's like a 9 or a 10, and you see her like in real life, not just like static photos. Even in static photos, sometimes the energy can be displayed, but in real life, you look at a girl and she's like she doesn't have it, right? I know as guys we're very physically we're attracted to the physical attributes a lot, but even as guys, like you might see a girl who's like physically attractive. I'm not saying like she's ugly or anything, but she's like attractive. But on top of that, she has the personality part of it, and it's amazing. And there's this other girl who is not that attractive, and oh sorry, who is like super attractive, but she doesn't have that. So that happens a lot. So I think that's kind of and for women, I think it's even more than that. Like, of course, women also care about looks, uh, but uh, I think when it comes to looks, like I've already crossed a threshold where the woman would care about looks, and I need to like kind of cross a threshold for personality, right? Confidence, right? Um, yeah, I've been kind of struggling with this like since forever. I don't really know what to do. And to kind of top it off, um, beyond confidence, I think there's another barrier that is another huge fucking barrier, which is like let's say you take away social anxiety. Let's say I'm not a socially anxious person, right? There's still just so many things to kind of conquer because I've been through this before. Let's say you're confident, but then you also have to be energetic because otherwise you just want to stay at home and like do nothing, right? And then you also have to a lot of the interests that I have, they are kind of male dominated interests. If I go to a place, it's gonna be guys mostly. And then on top of that, I'm also not in India, and it's difficult as fuck to like on top of like getting rid of your social anxiety or like whatever you want to call it, on top of not being lazy, fuck, and like going out and like socializing, like just going out of the house and like doing something after like a week of exhausting work. And then on top of that, it's like people who've grown up speaking a certain language, right? So it's not that I don't know how to speak English. You can see that I'm fluent in English, but there's a difference between fluency and being able to crack jokes and get subtexts and all that. So now sometimes you might think, hey, that's an excuse. Yeah, sure. I don't know. It's all just so complicated. Like, I honestly don't know what to work on, right? So I know what to work on in terms of my work. I know how to like I know I know a bunch of shit. I'm just not seeing results, right? It's just kind of frustrating, honestly. Um, yeah, it is kind of frustrating. And then I hear somebody like, "Hey, I met a girl on LinkedIn. I'm dating her." Like, bro, ha, what? It's just fucking depressing. It's not that I've not tried shit. It I honestly don't know what to do at this point. If I'm being honest, I'm just so freaking tired, man. But I think yeah, if I had to choose one thing, like sure, that would be social confidence. And the way you would improve that is through socializing more, right? In social situations, being the person you want to be before the confidence kicks in, right? So that's key, right? You have to do things despite not being familiar, not being blah blah blah. And you also have to fucking balance it with work because if you don't work and you get fucking fired, you're out of a visa and then you have to leave this fucking country. so So you have to fucking work, you have to socialize, you have to fucking, go to the fucking gym, be in a fucking calorie deficit, which I've destroyed this weekend out of nowhere. Yeah, there's just so much bullshit. Um, but yeah, do the fucking laundry. Like it's just so much annoyance. You know. So yeah, I mean, there are times when I feel like going back to hermit mode, and then there was one more thing um, for me, which was uh, like I was looking at one of my streams earlier, and I literally could not hear myself. And I was like, huh, like I could hear words, but a lot of times I was just not like kind of intelligible. So I need to look into that. And yeah, it was weird as fuck. I'm gonna be honest. So let me hear myself again. Am I intelligible? Okay, let's look at an older video. What the fuck? I'm seeing myself right now. I'm hearing myself right now. So this is really good feedback. I can literally see myself, and it has at the perfect delay. And I think I'm like kind of clear. I sound clear, right? Do I sound clear? I think I do. Okay, let me mumble a bit. Hi, my name is Abhay. What's your name, bitch? Let me find something small to read. Hacker News. Okay, go full YOLO. We've got you. macOS native sandboxing for local agents. Move fast, break nothing. LLMs are probabilistic. Okay, so maybe the problem is not really words being unintelligible. The problem is also not body language. I mean, body language is a symptom, and maybe words being unintelligible is also a symptom. Uh, okay, I'm gonna mute myself because it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of sounds weird, but yeah. So I think improving on talking itself, I think it's going to give me the best returns instead of trying to have better speech or trying to have a better smile or better my body language. All those things are important for sure, but I think the biggest like obviously everybody wants to be confident, energetic, etc. But yeah, like I said, like I think the biggest but like trying to get better at even at group situations. I was trying to think like how I would get better at today's group situation, like what I could do different. And honestly, I couldn't think of much. I wouldn't say I was the best I could be, right? But cracking more jokes, like, is that how you? No, I don't think so. Um, I honestly don't know. I think at this point, the best thing you can truly do is I came into the stream thinking I could like work on improving my speech or like do some improv type shit, like, learn how to like think fast. There's also the small talk thing, like how do you small talk, right? Uh, it's not that I can't small talk. I can small talk. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Let me actually see what's the range of the the mic, the earphones, because I also have to do laundry. So if it works till a certain range, then I can go do laundry and still keep talking. Haro. Okay, it's still working. Fuck, I think I cut my finger. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, I think let me check like how many calories are in this chocolate box. That's 665 grams, and per 100 grams, it's 595. So let's round it to 600 calories per 100 grams. Fuck. It's essentially 4,200 calories, right? So it's 600 into 700. Wait, what? Oh, no, no, no. It's 600 into 7. Sorry, fuck. So that's yeah, that's 4,200. So I would say about, let's say if I was in a 500 calorie deficit, and I had this on top of um let's say I just had this, how much kgs would that be? So 500 calorie deficit gives you 0.5 kgs off per week, which means 500 into 7 is 3,500. So it would roughly be almost that. Yeah, so I guess like based on all the chocolates I've been eating, I would gain about half a kg, more than that, I guess. Yeah, it sucks, but that's my punishment. I think I'm almost done with the laundry. That was a burp. I'm honest like that. Okay, so I've laid out all this shit on the drying rack. I'm just gonna put some of the clothes I want to wear tomorrow on the radiator. Or the towel rack. Oh fuck. The window was open. Yeah, I've turned on the boiler timer. Finally, the dreaded laundry is over. What a mess. Haro. It's like a weird mind fuck. Seeing myself live here and then a delay there. Oh, I'm a stupid fuck. Like I could just like increase the delay by going back. Let's try that. Okay, so it's quiet now. I have 20 seconds to say whatever I want. This is much better. I can like go on a long monologue instead of like trying to stop after every second. Um, so yeah, now that I have time, I don't know what to say. It started again, by the way. Okay, so let's go back to the important stuff. What do I do with life, right? What do I really want to improve on? So work, I wouldn't say it's sorted, but I know I have a sense of direction, right? Same with looks slash health. I know kind of what to do, right? Maybe some stuff, some work on my clothes, some work on, I would say clothes is the big thing. And then we'll see what else to do. Start it again. I'll increase the delay. So the major thing that I kind of lack in, like I said, is, I mean, I wouldn't even say social life. I think one specific thing is, like I mentioned, girlfriend area, and I really need to work hard on that and work hard and fast because I'm not getting younger. And the other thing is, it just, I don't know if I want it or not, but maybe just getting better at social situations. I mean, I know it's a useful thing, but do I want it? I don't know. Like I said, like today's started again. Do I really want to hear myself talk? I just muted myself. Um, so yeah, it's not like I think I'm like talking okay, right? I'm not the best speaker, but honestly, again, like this is not something that I want to spend time improving on. Now when it comes to social situations, I don't know, like that's a big question. Like, do I really want to improve? Should I just take off my earphones? I don't know. Let's just keep them in for now. Do I really want to? Let's say I had a girlfriend. Would I want to go beyond that? I don't know. It's a super useful skill, and it definitely makes life much better. So I can't be like I don't want this. I do want it as well. But also a lot of times like the whole focus on your strengths thing, bubbles up in my mind like I'm an introvert. Um, why don't I just like, you know, but I don't like this version of myself. I'm gonna be candid here. I see my dad in myself, and I don't like it. Like I love my dad. He's a good person, but he's not confident. He's not. He has the same issues, and he's learned to kind of work around it, but he hasn't built true confidence. And I look jittery as fuck. In social situations, I look fake, not fake, sometimes fake, but like mostly awkward, anxious. But I don't want to work around that anxiety. So my dad, he has, learned how to talk, like learned how to say some stories, prepare. But it's not true confidence. And I don't want to be like that. I wouldn't say I want to be like a social animal, but there's definitely a threshold of social skill and fluency that I want to achieve. There's just so many freaking layers to it, so many that I don't really know what to work on. As an example, one of the layers to it, yeah, I think the key thing here is I think I need to kind of simplify shit as well. So what I mean by that is like in my mind, there's just so much. I need to simplify it to one thing, right? Which I used to have. I used to think like the one thing that I need to kind of work on is it's just confidence. And so the way I kind of tried to do that is through behavioral experiments. Essentially, it's kind of like exposure therapy. I think kind of it has to be simplified. As an example, one of the things that I want to work on is like also not people pleasing, right? So a lot of times, a lot of these things are kind of tugging at each other. What I mean by that is, let's say you're in a group situation, right? This is something I kind of face on not a daily basis, but quite a regular basis. Let's say I'm in a social situation. Part of me wants to be social, but then part of that is kind of, it's like people pleasing because if I'm quiet, then I'm not contributing. But at the same time, it's it's difficult. It's like by being in social situations and talking more, I'm being less of who I am. I'm doing it out of necessity, which I get, but at the same time, it's just so freaking confusing, all of it. I like how I look. Honestly sometimes I feel like I'm Narcissus, like the guy who like kind of kept looking at his reflection in the lake and like fell into it and died. I'm not that bad. I have like low self-esteem. so that covers up for it. But yeah, I think the thing that would simplify all of it is to kind of have like a role model, right? A guy who is socially confident, doesn't people please, but doesn't talk a lot. I mean, there's this one guy who comes to mind. I would say that the defining characteristic that I want to embody is also like kind of fun and humor. I think that's kind of key. This relaxed, calm confidence. At the same time, this willingness to kind of connect with people. I think having a role model, which could also be fictional, made up, right? Not fictional, made up. Something like an alter ego, right? Could also work. That could simplify it all. Like, think of like the ideal Abhay. Like, how would, yeah, I think that that's a good way to simplify it. At any given point, instead of thinking, oh, these are the steps I need to follow, just think, you're living your ideal life. You have this beautiful girlfriend. You have this social life, wherever. Like, it's not like, you don't want too many friends. You don't want too much socializing. Whatever it is, right? A few friends, an outing on the weekend, whatever your ideal social life is. What would ideal Abhay do? Right? Let's say like a few years into the future, who are you with? Both relationship and friendships. How do you behave in group conversations? How do you kind of inject humor, playfulness, right? Um, yeah, I think that is the thing that will work. Should I order something? That's too late, bro. Yeah, don't do this shit. It's too fucking late. Uh, huh. Yeah. And the fucking problem is you have to kind of balance it with everything else. I think if you kind of solve the girlfriend problem, does the rest of it kind of get solved of its own accord? Kinda. I don't know. I think role model kind of fixes the whole issue. Kinda. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. What's the way out of this fucking matrix? There has to be something I'm doing wrong. Okay, look, think about. I mean, I don't know those guys. A lot of it is kind of luck based. Nah, who's I don't know. So the thing is, like, I was trying to think of guys who are kind of like me, but they have girlfriends. And yeah, it's so I'm so done with life, man. I'm so fucking done with life, honestly. Uh, I need to. I need to. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what. I don't know what to do, honestly. I think at the moment, like at this moment, I would say, first of all, I should not derail myself. I should keep doing the shit I was doing. And when it comes to the girlfriend thing or the social thing, yeah, no, I definitely need something like a role model. The kind of person I want to become is not really, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So when it comes to social stuff, the number one thing, honestly, that I admire in people is not people who talk a lot. Definitely, that's not the biggest thing. It's not even people who are funny. The number one attribute I admire is not giving a fuck. You know, that's literally on top of everything else. Now, yeah, I do think that's the number one thing I want to work on. But at the same time, yeah, it's a delicate balance because you don't want to be a people pleaser. You don't want to, be somebody who talks a lot because you think that's going to make the other person more comfortable or something like that. But at the same time, you need to socialize. So it's at least for somebody like me who's bad at both. Like I'm like a people pleaser, but at the same time, I don't talk a lot. So it's like I need to start talking. It has to come from like I'm saying what I want to say instead of like I'm trying to be nice. It's like don't be nice, be authentic, be real. Yeah. Again, there's just so many layers to this. Like when I kind of think back on like social situations that I kind of sucked at, uh yeah. I don't know. Should I learn the art of small talk or something like that? I seriously don't know. Yeah. I mean, not giving a fuck and not being people pleasy is kind of easier actually than being in social situations and like being playful and funny and whatnot. Again, it's just, yeah, I don't know what to improve on, how to improve on. Like, there's just so many now variables, question marks. So it's like you do want to socialize, but yeah, I think what's lacking right now is not people please. Like you do want to be non people pleasy, but that should be like at the background, even though that's super important for you. For me specifically, maybe he humor, humor and small talk. Maybe humor and small talk matter more. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Okay, I think I have like a good idea of now what I want. Not bad. Well, yeah. Okay, I think I have a bit more of an idea of what I want slash what I need. Yeah. So yeah, I would say I'm kind of done here. Should I end the stream? Yeah, I guess I'll end the stream. So I'm just gonna go back to my bedroom, maybe watch some Netflix, and from tomorrow we're gonna get back to our amazing routine and kick ass. Hopefully. I'm so fucking done with this weekend. Yeah, I'm never buying chocolates. Okay. Okay. Let's freaking go. Bye bye.